fundamentals of a PHP, that is arrays. I think I have explained the concept I told, and get, how you can read the data that is entered from the form and display using PHP code using get. And also, is it I have explained post? I think I have not explained. Okay, and also I have explained about the arrays. So this is simple array. Is it I have explained one more type of array, that is associative array. So I think I have not explained associative array. So let me just give one example. But I have given explanation for associative array. I remember associative array, it is nothing but like a key value pairs. You can store key value pairs. So whenever if I give key value to access the value associated with respect. Okay, so this is simple array. And also we have another type of array, that is multi-dimensional array also. 3 types of array. So you just go through. So let me just quickly, is it I have done any program using associative array? Your code is not there actually. So let me just quickly do one small program with respect to that associative array. So what is the array I want to design is, okay, that is associative array. So we'll just write a simple program using PHP. So in case if I, okay, so there should be an input box. Okay, I should read the name of the student. Okay, and I should add the submit button. So when I put the name, okay, submit button. So using PHP, I should able to display the grade. Okay, grade received by that particular student. Okay, so we'll write this small program using associative array. Start executing programs, because this time you will be getting a set of programs. I may be not explained also, but the syntax I have explained. So the program I may give differently. Okay, in the test here I'll just create one small form. So today I also explain, I'm going to explain about the lab program, very simple lab program, but I'm not going to show you the result. Okay, so the very simple JavaScript program I want you people to try. Okay, every time if I give program, so then what you are going to learn. So you try by yourself that program. I will explain later. So here I'll create one. What is the name I have given? So for this page, you can give any name here, student. So few students are take it as a granted. So shorten. It's not for myself. I am going to decide. Only for my subject I am telling. Okay. If you are not having enough attendance, not allowed for the IA. Last time there was an excuse, but this time no. Because you people are taking it as a granted and making practice of that. Getting absent to the class and suffer at the end during examination. Okay, so now I'll write a small PHP code. Okay. So here I need to create the array first. Okay, that is of type associative. Okay, when I tell associative, so there should be a key and followed by value. So let me create one array name, that is $grade array. Try to join the class early. Okay, array. So here I need to specify the key value. Okay, you can use either single quote or double quote. I'll use some example. So here you need to give the grade. Okay, so this is very, very important. You have to specify equal to and less than, greater than symbol, followed by just give the grade. Either you can, if it is number, you can give the percentage or number or CGPA, anything. Okay, here I'll be just specifying the grade. So A plus, then, so here it is not only one element. I'll just put set of some more elements in the array. Okay. The name should be in double quotes, student name. Okay. So you can just give like that. You can just add some more student details with respect to their grade. Okay. So here I'll just stop. If you want, you can add some more student. So this is how I have created the array. That is called as associative array. So just end here. So next you need to like you need to display when I give name, okay, Anu. So if I give that, I should able to display the grade of that particular student. Okay, so you just echo it here, echo, give the name of the array, followed by, within the square bracket you need to specify, so which, so this is like if you want to display directly, okay, that is also I can show you. If this is the case, I think this part is not required. So let me just change this one using the element that is entered in the text box. So grade, that is an array. So dollar post, or whatever method you use. Here I've used get. So let me use here get. I cannot use post. I need to specify the student name. Or so if I specify student name, what happens is it will display, it becomes static. If I want to make it dynamic, like from user, if I want to read, so I need to specify this name, okay, the text box name. So there is an error. I think I have not closed the PHP at the end. Undefined array key. Okay, let me just try if I get the output or not. Then I'll try to debug. So there is an error. I need to clear that. Undefined name. I think I have to use dollar. This is correct actually. Variable names. Okay, student. I have given student here. Let me just change this. Still there is one error. That is undefined array key. Let me just change. I am getting. Similarly, you can just go with the other one. Okay, so that is how I can access the how to create the associative array. Okay, whenever if I give the key value, I should able to display, or I should able to access the value associated with that particular key. Okay, so this is like you should know how to work with the associative array using PHP. Okay, very simple. So the normal array, I think we have discussed now in the last class how to create normal array. The simple array. Okay, so this is all about the arrays. I think let me just take one more program. So where I want to differentiate between this get and post. Okay, maybe many of you are already familiar with that. For the same thing only, I can just change it here. I'll change this to password. So what is the observation you need to do when you specified get? Okay, here you can see the values are passed through URL. You can view the value, whatever it is submitted by the user. So this is more insecure. Okay, even if you use it as a password, so there are some information that is like confidential. So you cannot display in the URL. So example password. Name, let it be. I'm not worrying about that. So you don't see the answer. I want you just look into the URL. Okay. So I am just entering some password. Can you see the password is visible here? You can view what is the password I entered. Even you can access that password and display in the browser. The only thing is you need to modify instead of array here. Just give the name of this. Echo that particular. So echo. So here I need to use dollar symbol once again. Whenever form elements, if you want to access, I have to use the compulsory get. Okay, dollar. What is the text box name I have given? You just give it student. Okay. So here what I am doing is I am trying to access what is the password it is entered. I am trying to display in the browser. Okay, this statement. You just leave this part. Focus on to this. There are some errors. So let me just quickly take out of this. This should be square bracket once again. So here, refresh. Okay, I'm just entering some password here. Okay, you can just see. So I'm able to access what is the password, and also the same thing, it is visible in the URL. Okay, this is not secure for this type of information. So in that case, it is better to use post method. Okay, you just change this to post so that data will be secured. You cannot view that what is the password entered in the URL. So here also you need to change accordingly post method. So that is the main difference between get and post. Now let me just type some password here. Just ignore that this warning I am getting. Okay, if I submit, you know already what happened in the get. Okay, can you see? So here I can access, but it is not passed through the URL. So the password is not visible. It is not passed through the URL. So that is the reason. That is the main difference between the get and post. Okay, there are some of the information you should not pass it using get method, like it should not be passed or it should not be viewed in the URL. Okay, so accordingly you have to use either get or post method. So that is the main difference between these two. Okay, it is always good to go for post method whenever if you want to working with some confidential information. Okay, so get method is very insecure. So that's all about get and post, because we have discussed all these things in the theoretical part in module 2 in the beginning. So here you came to know that what is going to happen if you use get and post. So if you are using post here and if you are trying to access this element using get method, you cannot access it. Okay, so there should be a correspondence between these methods. So this is all about the arrays. Okay, so next we'll move on to functions. So today we'll try to focus on functions. You already know what is function, all those things. So here in real Power PHP comes. Okay, so here there are like almost 700 inbuilt functions are available. So some of the functions related to math we have discussed in the previous class. Similarly, there are other functions either to work with the arrays. Okay, here arrays operations I have not explained. Okay, I just created array. Okay, how to access the array I have explained. So I want you people to just go through the W3 school and find out like how we have discussed in JavaScript, how to sort, how to merge, how to concatenate two arrays. Okay, similar to that, even the PHP supports many other functions. Okay, you can just invoke those functions and give input accordingly. You will get the output. So next we'll move on to functions. So you know everybody knows what is function, no? So as of now, no need to repeat. So whenever if you want to perform a particular task repeatedly, okay, the specific task, so in such case you can just write a function. That particular task can be written as a function. Okay, and advantage of functions, all those things you already familiar. And here I am just here to focus on like how to represent functions in PHP. That is important here. Okay, so here we have a keyword called function. Always the function is started with the keyword called function. Then followed by you will be having the name of the function. You can just give the proper name. Then followed by you will be having the curly brace. Okay, so that's so simple. If you know already what is function, so that's easy. So you need to use keyword function followed by you can give something like this. Okay, followed by curly brace where you can print something. Okay, or calculate something. Some particular logic can be added, and once it is done, so this is like just a declaration part. You have to invoke this function. Okay, you have to call this function by name, its name. Okay, student name. Okay, so whenever it is invoked, then this function is called. So it is going to execute whatever the logic you are going to write in this, so that all the logic is get executed and some result is displayed on the screen. Okay, that is so simple how to create the functions in PHP. Even it supports like parameterized with return. Okay, so if you want to return any value from the function, you can use the return. So all these things, whatever you have learned, the same thing it is also supported in PHP. So we'll just try to create a small function. Okay, what is the syntax used? I'll directly go to the program. Okay, I don't want to write it here. So just go to the new page. If anybody want all these programs, I can just put it into one folder and I will share you. Save this file. It should be in HTTP docs. So what I'm doing, that is function. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Later on, you can just add complexity and try to solve some problems using functions. Okay, that you people do. I'll be just explaining the basics. Go to PHP part. Immediately you just close the tag so that you will not forget. So now you can just start typing the. Is it my code is visible? Are you able to view the code? I want the response. Okay, so let me just call a simple program function. So where I will be just echoing hello world or hello user, something I can just specify. We should keep observing. If I do any mistakes, you should be able to immediately inform me. Okay, so what is the program name I have used? Okay, function. Why I am not getting anything? Invoke the function. So I need to invoke the function. Once I invoke the function, the control goes to that function and it will. This is very simple program without any parameters. Can you see? So I got the output. So now this is a very simple program. So you can add your own complexity to the function. That's all depends on you what problem you're going to solve. Okay, so this is without parameter. So let me just modify the same thing to display or to pass some parameters. Okay, specify. Once again, when I tell parameters or the variable, it should start with a dollar. I will specify name. Okay, I want to pass name. Here also you can just display the same name. This is done. Okay, function is done. Now you need to invoke. So you can pass some value here. So I am passing this value. So that is passed to this function and it is going to execute the corresponding code, whatever I have written in the function. Okay, so the corresponding output you can see. So it's so simple of representing functions in PHP. Okay, it is not a complex thing. So this is all okay. In case if I add some logic here, okay, to calculate something, what happens? Like even so, let me just before going to the next one, let me add two parameters. Okay, so here I'll add my age also. Here you need to specify the corresponding parameter. So here $name. So I am passing two parameters. One is string and another one is the number. Okay. So now if this is the case, what output I'm going to get. Okay. So you can just see it's so easy. If you know the fundamental of any programming language, I told learning of any other new language is not a difficult. Only some minor modification of the syntax will be there. So this is fine. If you want to like pass more number of student details, okay, if you want to call this function with other details, you can just change the input. So here I have not given break, so you can just incorporate the break here so that your output will be, it will carry to the new line each time. Okay, so that's all fine. That is how to pass the parameters. So sometimes it requires to return some value, no? Whenever after calculating any logic, it has to return some value. So let me just change this code. So example, if I want to know what is the cube root of or a cube of number, not cube root, cube of number. Here I want to pass to which number I am going to do the cube root. Okay, so here I need to pass what is the number of, so that is num, and here I have to write the logic for that. So either directly you can echo the result. It is dollar. Is this type of small program you may get in the test. don't expect whatever I'll give in the assignment, you will get the same, the syntax and the procedure is same. The problem will be a different dollar. Now I need to invoke that function pass value 4. So 4 cube, what is the answer I need to calculate? So you can just see it is 64. You just take a break here. So it is 4 cube is 64. Are you getting? That is how you can add the logic to this particular function. So now after calculation, it has to return to the function back. So return the value to function, return statement, how you can use in PHP. So it's very similar to other languages, C program. So use return. So it will be able to return the value. Okay, so the return value should be stored somewhere in variable. So for that, when it is this function is invoked, it will execute this and it will return value. Okay, whatever the value it is returned, I need to store somewhere. Then only I can echo it. So you can just create a variable quickly for that. Dollar result cube of 4. So you can just echo the result echo. Can you see? You can do whatever the changes you want. 64. So this is how you can quickly just learn functions in PHP program. You can just go through all these very simple function, write name, okay, where I'm just echoing it. So here you are going to invoke the function, then uses another function, okay, where you are calling this function multiple times. That's all. How many times you want, you can just invoke that function. Same code, it is going to be executed depending on number of times you are going to call. So then adding parameters. So you need to specify how many parameters you are going to add. Okay, so that if it is only single parameter, you specify the variable, corresponding variable here. When you are invoking, you need to specify the value for that particular variable or the parameter. You can just have the same programs. Okay, this is for returning. Okay, so this is all done. Okay, so this is also we have already discussed in the previous class and also in today's class also. That is how you can access the form elements, form value, that is using $get and $post variable. So these are mainly used to retrieve information from the form. Okay, form means like whatever the input tags you have used. Okay, text box, radio button, whatever you use, you can just access those values and display using PHP. You have to use either get or post. If you are specifying a form method is get, okay, then you have to use $get to access that value, form elements. Okay, if it is post, then you have to use $post. So there should be a correspondence between form method and whatever the elements you are going to display using PHP. That's all. That completes your module 3. So you can just quickly do by yourself all these programs. Okay, so we'll discuss all this request and all in the next class. So as of now, I have finished even date function. These are all simple programs. You can just, there are a lot of, I think this document shows there are 700 functions. Okay, so here I am not going to deal with all those. Sorry, it is 700 functions. Wherever it is necessary, you can just make use of those functions. Okay, when you want to make use of those functions, you should be aware of it. What are the functions are available? Okay, just quickly you can go to the W3 schools. You can just check it. There are so many functions supported with PHP. Okay, that is predefined functions I am talking. So this is all with respect to timestamping. So next class will focus on working with the file. Okay, so working with the file, and also we need to discuss there are some super global variables that also I'll explain in the next class. So any queries? You are going to get one more assignment. Maybe today I will upload. You can just give importance to those assignment questions, similar type of questions you may get in the IA. And who all not yet submitted, at least submit now your assignment. So if late submitted, definitely there will be a reduction of marks. Okay, I need to write the comment why I am reducing marks, and also it will show it is late submitted. Okay, so try to submit on time. So when you want to complete this, so Friday or Saturday I will give the deadline. Okay, not complex like theory part I'll give. So I'll be just giving programs using PHP. Okay, so whatever the basic you understood or we have discussed in this class, you can just use that knowledge and you can try to solve that problem. Okay, that's one thing.